Welcome back to another episode of Insight Outlook. I want to talk to you about the Millennium Prize Problems. 7 famous problems in mathematics with a $1 million prize for each problem. The problems were chosen in the year 2000 by the Clay Mathematics Institute. The Clay Mathematics Institute was founded by a businessman named Landon T. Clay. Clay is one of those businessmen who it is hard to understand how they became wealthy by looking at their Wikipedia page. He had an English degree from Harvard, and somehow he became head of a large investment corporation. And he went on to become chairman of the board for many investment firms and mining corporations. So thank you to old moneybags, Mr. Clay, for putting up the $7 million for the math community. The idea for the Millennium Prize Problems was inspired by Hilbert's 23 problems, which were proposed by famous mathematician David Hilbert in the year 1900. Most of the Hilbert problems were eventually solved, but there was no prize money involved. Only one of the Millennium Prize Problems has been solved so far: the PoinK conjecture. The PoinK conjecture is named after the famous French scientist Henri Poincaré. He was known as a polymath and the last universalist for his extensive knowledge in many fields. He was an intellectual giant. The conjecture is too much complex math topology to describe here. The person who solved the PoinK conjecture in 2003 was the brilliant Russian mathematician Grigory Perelman. Perelman was awarded the $1 million prize in 2010, but he declined the prize. He was also awarded and also declined the Fields Medal, which is the most prestigious prize in mathematics. When I first heard this story in 2010, I was given the impression by the media that he was some lone weirdo that didn't like money, but the real reason he declined the prize was that he felt that another mathematician upon whose work he had built on deserved at least half the credit. So it was integrity that made him turn down the money. All the news actors who were talking about the story back in 2010 when the news broke were thinking, what a weirdo, turning down $1 million. I don't respect the lone math genius, I respect people with a lot of money. As for the other 6 problems left unsolved, there is the Birch and Swinnerton-Dyer conjecture, which was developed by 2 mathematicians using a computer in the 1960s. It's a problem of number theory. There is the Hodge conjecture, named after famous British mathematician W.V.D. Hodge, which is a major unsolved problem in algebraic geometry, complex geometry, and algebraic topology. Also, there is the Navier-Stokes existence and smoothness problem. It is hoped that the solution to this problem will help lead to the understanding of the phenomenon of turbulence. The great physicist Richard Feynman described turbulence as the most important unsolved problem in classical physics. Then there is the major problem of mathematics, particularly computer science, the P versus NP problem. The problem is fascinatingly complex. It probably deserves an entire episode dedicated to it. Even describing it is complicated. Another problem, the Riemann hypothesis, was originally in the list of Hilbert's 23 problems. It was originally proposed by the great mathematician Bernard Riemann. It is a major problem of pure mathematics and is considered the holy grail of number theory. The 7th and final of the Millennium Prize Problems is the Yang-Mills existence and mass gap problem. This is a mathematical physics problem having to do with quantum field theory. Many lists of problems have been made by various groups and people in the mathematics community since the original Hilbert problems. But the Millennium Prize Problems are the most well-known. There is also the earlier list of Wow conjectures from 1949, and the most recent list of 23 problems proposed by the American Defense Department's most advanced R&D agency, DARPA. DARPA, that's the agency working on killer robots. Nothing to see here, folks. So hopefully our best and brightest mathematicians will be able to solve these problems, or more likely, these problems will eventually be solved by artificial intelligence. That's all for today's show. If you have any thoughts, disagreements, whatever, let me know in the comment section. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell to be updated about the next episode. Thank you.